a proposal to clamp down further on hemp products sold across the state. State Senator April Weaver pre-filed a bill to classify THC taken from hemp as a controlled substance. In essence, this would ban the products entirely. Right now, a law in place imposes restrictions on the products, but it does allow for some THC products to remain on the market.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now. I've talked a lot about recreational marijuana. I hate it. I've talked a lot about THC and vaping. I hate it. I think it's a terrible thing all the way around, and I don't even like how far Alabama has gone so far. So all the talk of going further is kind of funny to me because it doesn't look like that's the direction in which we are heading. It has taken forever to get down the medical marijuana path. And last year, we saw the Alabama legislature say, whoa, on some of the THC, Delta 8, 9, and 10 stuff. April Weaver, quoted in that story I just showed you, says we could potentially go on a full ban on this kind of stuff, and I wouldn't even hate that idea. Probably not going to happen, but I don't hate the idea. In fact, there are places finding out that maybe legalizing marijuana and this other stuff isn't that great of an idea.
Thailand's cannabis experiment, Asia's most radical, has taken a sharp, dizzying turn. The Thai government has imposed new rules banning stores from selling cannabis to customers without a medical prescription. It's a move aimed at choking off this entire recreational market, throwing this estimated $1 billion industry into a state of uncertainty. For the past 3 years in this country, cannabis took on a life of its own. A green rush swept through the streets, dispensary after dispensary selling potent marijuana buds and all the paraphernalia needed to smoke them. But beneath the hazy optimism lurked a specter of public health anxieties.
If we compare it in terms of negative impacts on society, it is more harmful. The increased budget required for treatment and rehabilitation of psychiatric patients, usage among children and youth has increased by up to 10 times, so it is clear that the negative consequences outweigh the benefits.
Now, before you tell me that Thailand is some sort of paternalistic, old-school society, I will remind you of the stuff that allegedly goes on in Thailand with their tourism. Okay, so let's just stop right there. They found out that this was a bad idea and creating problems, and they went the other way. We are starting to see more of these intoxicants showing up in emergency rooms and on poisoning calls. DUIs involving this kind of stuff are becoming a problem as well. And you can go through the whole spiel about, oh yeah, well, what about alcohol? Because I know you're going to. And I will tell you this, just because that's an intoxicant that causes problems doesn't mean we should put more of them out there. And you may say, well, Dale, you're being a hypocrite. And you know what I say to that? I say, okay.